Hello, everyone, and a very warm welcome. I am Sushmita Patibandla, a fitness coach, and I will be your host for today's webinar. This session is part of the Hyderabad City Slam Monsoon edition, and we are so excited to have all of you with us. For those who are new, the Hyderabad City Slam is a unique running experience and a series that celebrates the city's changing seasons through three signature events: the Summer Slam, Monsoon Slam, and the Winter Slam. Each edition brings its own challenges, and that's what makes the journey so rewarding. The Monsoon edition offers 5 kilometers, 10 kilometers, and 10 miles race categories, welcoming everyone from first time runners to experienced endurance athletes. While running in the rain can be refreshing and enjoyable, it also comes with its own set of challenges, from slippery roads, refreshing and blisters, to hydration, recovery, and staying motivated when the weather doesn't cooperate. That's exactly what we are going to talk about today. Our goal is to help you prepare, train smart, and most importantly, enjoy your run safely on race day. Joining me today are two fantastic panelists who bring both practical experience and professional expertise. Our first speaker is someone who truly embodies the spirit of endurance, consistency, and community. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Vivek Goyal, founding partner and community head of the High Five Tribe. A passionate fitness enthusiast and accomplished ultra marathoner, Vivek has been actively involved in the fitness space for the past 3 years, while bringing over 3 decades of professional experience and leadership to everything he does. His running journey is an inspiring example of what's possible through dedication and perseverance. Vivek has successfully completed the prestigious Pro Cam Slam, conquered the Lonavala Ultra, and achieved an incredible personal transformation by losing 15 kgs in just 1 year through consistent training and lifestyle changes. As the race director of the Hyderabad City Slam and a leader of a vibrant running community, he has inspired and supported runners of all levels, from beginners taking their first steps to experienced endurance athletes pursuing ambitious goals. Today, Vivek will be sharing his practical insights, personal experiences, and lessons learned from years of endurance running, helping us all train smarter and enjoy running safely during the monsoon season. Please give a warm virtual welcome to Mr. Vivek Goyal.
Thank you, Sushmita. Glad to be here and super excited about the monsoon run.
Same here, Vivek. Our next speaker brings a unique perspective to today's discussion, one that represents the everyday runner who is embracing the journey of fitness and endurance with curiosity and commitment. Please welcome Mr. Manish Kunder, a fitness enthusiast and a strategy and partnerships lead at the High Five Tribe. While relatively new to the running community, Manish has quickly become an active member of the endurance space, learning firsthand what it takes to build consistency and enjoy the process of becoming a better runner. A lifelong sports enthusiast and avid footballer, his passion has always been rooted in movement, teamwork, and staying active. Today, that passion has expanded into the world of running, where he continues to challenge himself while contributing to a thriving fitness community. As someone who represents the perspective of a recreational runner, Manish understands the questions, challenges, and motivations that many runners, especially beginners, experience. His insights into building habits, staying motivated, and being part of a supportive community will resonate with anyone looking to make running a sustainable part of their lifestyle. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Manish Kundar.
Thank you, Sushmita. Really glad that you are doing it. Hi, Vivek.
Hi.
Welcome, both of you. So let's start. I'm going to ask you both this question, but I'm going to put it forward to Vivek first. What mindset, should runners adopt when training during monsoon?
Mindset wise, I think monsoon is a great time to run. I personally feel that you just have to be flexible. You have to embrace it because monsoon season is not short. It almost lasts 2 3 months in Hyderabad, and during the peak time when we are all preparing for our NMDC run. So there
Correct.
is no way we can avoid. So I think we have to embrace it. At the same time, when we are embracing it and we know that we have to continue our training, we have to stay flexible that if it is raining very heavy on a particular day when you're planning to run, you maybe cut short your run and or maybe reschedule it to the next day.
Hmm.
Maybe your pace, if you are targeting, you're following a training plan, you might have to adjust your pace.
Hmm.
So, but there is no reason why you shouldn't continue, because running in rain is a joy as
Joy.
long as we do it carefully and with
Yeah.
precaution.
True, true, true. I agree, Vivek. Manish, would you like to add to this?
Yeah, I feel I resonate with what he said. Anything in monsoon is actually fun. Being a footballer, it has its own perks. When it came to running, one thing which we have to particularly look into is because we live in a urban jungle.
Hmm.
A lot of things has to be run around that. Monsoon in Hyderabad is very unpredictable. So पता नहीं कब क्या बारिश हो जाए. And I usually run around the KBR circuit. So traffic is one thing which you should be very aware of, and especially people who run in the morning, right? Visibility is not that great even for the people who are driving. So
Yes.
that is, I think, one of the foremost things which you should look at. And at the same time, pace, I feel you should leave pace to be your third priority.
Yeah.
Just enjoy running. Don't go for pace because you don't really know what is lying ahead of you. And one small misstep can lead you to injury. So, yeah.
True. I agree with that. I mean, especially when it is raining a little heavily, it is not about pace. It is always about minding your step and enjoying the run, in that drizzle or whatever it is.
Yeah.
So, would you say consistency is more important than intensity during the season?
Absolutely. I think consistency is more important, because if you are preparing for a race, you still need to hit that mileage that you
Yeah,
need. So sometimes, like when personally, if I'm speaking, I'm planning 4 days, but I'm able to do only 3 days. But then I pick a little dry day and do more a longer run on that day.
right.
Sometimes you have to, if you are planning an interval run or a tempo run, you have to move it to a different day, because you don't, as you said, you don't want to
Mm.
pace on when it is raining really heavy.
Yeah,
So yeah, but yeah, you have to be consistent. You still have to see that you are somehow hitting your miles without jeopardizing your safety.
Yeah.
true. I agree with that. So, what are the biggest myths you hear about monsoon running? You want to go first, Manish?
Yeah, I think this is something which has been there since we have been kids, right? बारिश में मत खेलने जाओ, बीमार पड़ जाओगे. That is something which stays with us.
Yeah,
I think that is one thing which we should leave back home. Uh, Keep doing what we are doing. It's just that while you're running, once you're done, it is about stay. If you keep staying wet, then that will lead to more problems. You just need to take
correct.
care of your immunity per se. Uh, then, yeah, I think that is one big thing which needs to be looked into.
True. I mean, I think even since my childhood, it's the same thing that I've been hearing. Don't go into rain. Well, kids actually enjoy running or playing in rain. I think this should be the time people should come back
Yeah.
and start running in rain. And Vivek, what about you?
Yeah, I think biggest myth is the same, right? Yeah,
Yeah,
कि बारिश में मत जाओ, and we do it differently. हमारे घर में तो जब भी बारिश होती है तो मैं और मेरा बेटी को बोलता हूँ, चलो भागो, let us go play in the rain, because actually rain is not the problem. Problem is maybe a low immunity, or maybe staying wet too long. So once
huh,
you are done with the rain, you have to come back and dry yourself. Maybe viruses that come with the rain. So all
correct.
those are the actual problems. Actually, running in rain or playing in rain is actually not a problem.
Yeah,
So yeah, but one more thing actually related to running, what is the myth is that you need lesser hydration when you are running.
Yeah.
mm,
But actually,
yes,
you need same amount or even more, because
huh,
our body, when we are running, right, tries to cool down and it creates sweat, so that sweat can evaporate and cool the body. But when it is raining, the body is working hard, right, because to support your run. But then
correct.
the sweat is not actually evaporating, so
Yes,
it tries to sweat more. So you are actually ending up losing more water and more electrolytes. So you need more hydration. So that is a very important myth that people should keep in mind and not take it light. So they have to keep
Mhm.
hydrating and keep taking electrolytes
Ample amount of water
at the
and
gas
yes.
station, or if you're carrying your own for your self-supported run, you have to take care of that, and
True,
otherwise
true.
you can end up with injuries.
Yeah, I think it is similar to when it is cold. So you don't feel that much of thirst because we are already getting, wet or whatever, and people think it.
Uh,
We are not very thirsty, and that ultimately leads to fag and fatigue.
yes,
People will start feeling all kinds of things after this happens, and they attribute it to rain. It is not actually rain. It is because you've not hydrated well. True.
yes,
Yeah,
So
true.
yeah, I think like Manish said and Vivek has mentioned, you need to take necessary precautions and go enjoy yourself. Do that run. Just be a little mindful and keep yourself hydrated. You are not drinking rainwater. Keep yourself hydrated with normal water. That's what I see. And okay, so let's move into training. Should runners change their training during monsoon or continue with their existing plan? Like you did say, Vivek, that we might have to push our runs slightly here and there based on the rain. Any other things that you'd like to add?
No, I think that's pretty much it. You have to, from my perspective, those are the things that I am, because I am training myself.
Hmm.
So I am trying to, like, I am continuing training. I'm running 4 days a week: Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, Sunday, like a lot of our runners in Hyderabad do. So
Yeah.
like Tuesday is a tempo interval run, Thursday is a hill run, hill
Yeah.
repeats, a Saturday is a heart rate run, or a zone two run, and then Sunday long run. So, but again, when I see that if it is raining very heavily or I can't do it at all, I adjust the pace, or I decide, ki, okay, let me go to a gym today instead of running, and let's do the run tomorrow. So I
Right.
think those kind of adjustments is what we have to do. Sometimes when you're running, just because you are doing an interval run, if it start pouring, you cannot continue at the same pace. You have
Yeah.
to listen, be careful, and take it easy, and then resume maybe once you feel better. So those kind of adjustments is what I am doing, and I think those are working out for me. I'm able to still maintain the consistency, the training plan that I'm trying to do, and trying to increase my mileage. I've been trying to do it for the last 5 6 weeks, and I'm able to do that in spite of all the rains.
Yeah. So have the same plan, but maybe move the days here and there based on the need if
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, Manish, as someone who regularly runs during the monsoon, what practical adjustments have helped you stay consistent and safe?
Mm, so if I have to just dumb it down, one is to do with routes. Ideally, there is always this thing in your mind because every other season you are running certain places, right?
Mm,
You'll be like, मैं इधर ही भागता हूँ, ये मेरा comfort space है,
comfort
right?
space. Yeah.
If I am in KBR right now, once if it is rained very heavily, there are certain parts of KBR which is like a puddle, right? You
Right.
can't
Right.
really do a run. So
Mm,
that is something which you will have to sort of figure out, is it the right thing to do.
yes.
Then other things is with regards to your clothing also, right?
Mm,
Which is very important uh, because of the continuous rains hitting your body, making sure that maybe wearing a cap. I'm not someone who wears a cap when I run. I usually run in a bandana, but
mm,
the raindrops just hitting you aggressively, that's something which you
yeah.
need to just take care of. T-shirts, it needs to be very light, right?
Yes.
One of the reasons we focus so much on the fabric of our t-shirt also,
Correct.
it just gets very heavy, right? Then you're
True.
just carrying your body weight and the weight of the water which has stuck through it. So
Yes.
all of these things I feel becomes a part and parcel of it. And at the same time, figuring with regards to injury also where to stop if you have certainly slipped somewhere, right?
Mm,
Then just wait on it to feel is it the right thing to do or not. So all of this, and also immunity wise, taking necessary
of course.
precautions to keep your
Yeah.
immunity high. So yeah.
Yeah, noted. So, I mean, it's about change the route if required. I mean, don't stick to a same place. If there are puddles and stuff like that, try to avoid that place so that you will be
Yeah.
a little injury free. Take care of your clothing. It shouldn't, I mean, definitely don't wear cotton because it'll make
Yeah.
you feel like you're carrying probably 10 kilos on you. And make little changes. Use a hat so that the water doesn't, come onto your eyes or your face while you're running, and you feel a little more comfortable looking
Yeah.
ahead visibility wise.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think these are very, very apt and very useful suggestions, Manish.
Yeah.
So, Vivek, I mean, what are the most common mistakes runners make during monsoon training? Anything that you can think of?
Not adjusting to whatever we discussed, right?
Yeah.
And still trying to continue or push for what their
Mm.
plan says is a common mistake. One more thing I've seen, like a lot of people tend to, okay, it's raining, let's me use waterproof shoes or something like that. So
Huh.
there is also a downside to that, because when you're wearing a waterproof shoes, if the shoe water gets in, it doesn't come out, right?
Uh-huh.
So it actually becomes counter purpose. So
This is
you
also one
have
of my questions that I was going to ask you. So,
so you actually have to use shoes with good
yeah,
grips, right? You should change because some of our fastest running shoes don't have good grip. We all know,
true.
so we have to be careful and see that the shoes have good drainage. A lot of shoes have that, so we can keep that in mind. A lot of people I see have backup plans. So when we are doing, I'm seeing all like in different groups they have, like if it is good weather, if it is not raining, we will do BNR hills or KBR. If it is raining, we'll go to the cycling track. We are fortunate enough to
Yes,
have a cycling track in Hyderabad with
correct.
shade, right? So you can always run there when it is raining. So yeah, those are the common mistakes, and I think one thing that Manish already talked about is clothing. We have to be
Right.
very careful, and you also mentioned not to wear cotton. Uh,
Yeah.
Another myth that is there is that if you chafe less when it is wet, you actually do more. And I
More.
experienced in one of my
Yes.
favorite T-shirt, which I never have any chafing issues. I had. So
Yes.
and that day I thought, "Arey, anyway, it is cold and it is drizzling, right? Nothing will happen." So and
Mm.
that is a day when I was careless and I didn't use ointment, and I ended up having chafing. So that also we have to keep in mind when you are
Yeah,
going.
this is one common thing, I suppose. Even it happened with me because usually it is equivalent to sweat. When it rains, you're drenched. So your clothing keeps rubbing against you. And
Yeah,
even I didn't realize, and I came back home and realized that I had, scars on my hand and all because the t-shirt was rubbing against me. So
correct,
true.
correct.
Manish, any other thing that you want to add apart from what we already spoke earlier?
No,
Mistakes?
I think it is not a mistake, but something which we need to take care of is if you are running in the morning, right, the visibility again gets very low. I think having a reflector on your t-shirt makes a lot of sense, especially when you're running
The road.
around the roads, right? So
Correct.
that's something which we don't really get into our head because we are don't really need it in Hyderabad per se. But during runs, especially because of the steep turns and curves which our Hyderabad roads have,
Yes.
the vehicle, the riders themselves don't have visibility and always run on the opposite side of the road. That is again, which is a general know-how, but something which we should follow to the T, especially during the monsoon.
True, I agree. I mean, my experience today, we were running around KBR and there are water puddles, so you try to avoid them, but they're right around the curves. So we can't see a vehicle coming and they can't see us. So when that happens, it really gets a little tricky. We can't blame them,
Yeah,
nor can we stop ourselves. So yeah, having some visibility jackets or even a small, these light highlighters that you have on your t-shirts that really
yeah,
help. I think. True.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah. And actually, that lighting is a problem, especially when like a lot of people who are preparing for a full marathon are actually starting very early, right? If you have to do
Yes,
35, 38 kilometers, you really have to start early, and it's really dark, right? If at least for
correct.
an hour, if you are
Mm.
starting at 4 o'clock until 5:30, it is dark.
Correct.
So those reflectors become very, very important. If you don't have reflectors on your t-shirt, reflector belts are there available on Amazon.
Yeah.
You can wear headlights if you if you want. There are a lot of accessories available for that purpose. But yeah, do not step out without a reflector on you is very
Yeah.
important. And even the headlight to see in the front, right? You don't want to step into a pothole and hurt yourself. So
True, true. I agree. So we've already talked about pace. When we are actually running on wet roads, should the runners actually adjust their stride length or cadence? Anything on this, Vivek?
yeah, yeah, absolutely. So when you are running, you don't sometimes, as you are saying, right? Puddles. If it is raining, sometimes there are puddles, and sometimes you can avoid them. Sometimes you can't.
Correct.
So obviously, it is in our interest to reduce our stride length, and if required, we can actually increase our cadence. But we cannot run at the same stride length like we run on a very dry road in good conditions. So we should definitely, and sometimes apart from that, we might have to reduce our pace as well. So that is very important that we pay attention to those things and don't get carried away or by our goal or in
Yeah.
whatever time we want to do. So maybe like we might start with a PR in mind, but if it is raining heavily or it's not stopping, I think we should readjust our thing and just try to enjoy the
Hmm.
run rather than focusing too much or getting too much stuck onto the PR.
Correct. So basically, we're not supposed to get carried away. I mean, enjoy your run. When it gets a little tricky, be mindful of yourself. Your safety is more important. So take care of yourself and enjoy the run and complete it. I mean, however or whatever it takes. But doesn't mean that you push too much and get to injuries or put yourself in a place where you're in a spot where you can't actually feel good after the run.
Yeah, yeah. Correct, correct. So all my mentors have told me all this while, like since
Yeah,
last 2, 3 years I've been running, is that we are amateur runners. We are not professional runners. We are not
yeah,
out there to get a medal, right? So, and we are here because for the love of running, and we want to continue to run for the rest of our lives.
yeah.
So we have to take care and of ourselves so that we can continue to run and not have those injuries. So it is in our interest to readjust our expectations and just enjoy whatever whenever we are running. So that is most important.
Enjoying the run is the thing that you need to have. I understand that. So Manish,
Sorry,
have you
sorry.
ever?
Sushmita, just wanted to touch base on this, right?
Yes, yes,
This is a
please go.
question for actually both of you all.
Yeah.
How do you all feel doing speed intervals on a treadmill? If you can't do it, uh, say, outside because of the rains, how do you all feel doing speed intervals on a treadmill? What is your opinion?
I
I
go on,
go ahead,
Vivek.
go ahead, go ahead, Susmita.
So I don't really enjoy treadmills, to be
Yeah,
very honest. I only do that if I can't do anything else. Sometimes I actually feel vertigo. I've gotten over it now, but running in the same loop, looking at that, it feels like I don't know. Niche aane ke baad bhi, I feel like I'm still doing the same thing. But yeah, I have tried. But not more than 40, 45 minutes. That was the longest I did on a treadmill. I can't do beyond that. For me, it's a mind block.
okay.
And also it depends on the treadmill, I suppose. I've tried a couple of different treadmills at different gyms. Some treadmills really give me a knee pain, maybe because of the surface that it has, or maybe because they're not probably maintained properly. You would know that only after the run. So I prefer outdoor. But if there is
Yeah,
no chance, at least half an hour, I just go do a very slow jog and come. No speed intervals on treadmills for me.
okay. Vijay?
Yeah. Uh, I don't know, it will sound funny or what. I have never ran a kilometer on a treadmill. I am not a treadmill person. I don't know why, because I have access to roads, I have access to KBR right outside the house. But for some reason, it never, maybe I was able to work around my schedule, my timing to be able to run whatever I want to run on road and in KBR. So I never felt the need of कि यार मेरा mileage पूरा नहीं हो रहा मेरे को कुछ तो करना पड़ेगा. So I have never even run a kilometer, and I don't enjoy it, and I always look at people differently when they say I did a half marathon. or a or a 10 kilometer. Like I'm like, how can anybody do that? But I also realize that I don't watch TV. I don't watch series. A lot of people I know, they put a phone and they can finish movies and series running on a treadmill. So again, that is not something that I do myself. So I don't watch. So I don't know what to do. And if there is no nature around, I don't know how can somebody possibly.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I
आप
think
तो
it is
जो पूछ
blessed.
रहे हो
You ask
speed
a question and
intervals.
you got the wrong audience.
Yeah, no, no, no. That's what, right? We are animals of nature. We are blessed because we have so much uh, parks around where we can run and stuff like that. It is
Yeah.
for people who don't have accessibility to that. How does that work out? So I just wanted to know pretty much about.
Yeah. So वैसे आपने whatever you mentioned speed intervals with the some series on will not happen only. People will just fall on the treadmill.
Yeah,
So yeah,
No, but,
that's
yeah, but I know people who do that. So
yeah, true, true.
we have
Even
to
I have
see
seen a lot of
how.
people say they're looking at something and they just keep doing it. I'm like, hats off to them.
yeah. Yes,
Yeah,
of
so
course.
I was gonna ask you, Manish. I mean, actually, what about you? How do you feel about running on a treadmill? Speed intervals on treadmill.
No, it was only when I was preparing for one of those runs, the Yodha run, which I did, right? So, just while doing a circuit, I don't think I can do more than a 400 meter or a 600 meter. I have tried to push a kilometer and a half, but like you said, it just doesn't feel right. It is just your mind and your muscles are not in motion,
Yeah.
and yeah, it doesn't feel natural
कुछ
at
अजीब
all.
लगता है.
हाँ हाँ हाँ,
The same
absolutely.
here. Even I have trained only for high rocks or Yodha. I mean, that's the only time I prefer using a treadmill because you can't go outside and run.
Yeah. And it feels like you're cheating with yourself in some way when you run on a treadmill.
True. And actually it feels a lot different when you run. See, you might be running at a pace of 5 on a treadmill. वही आपको like if you feel that you can run the same outside, I mean, I don't think it equates.
Yeah, yeah.
Definitely. Many
True.
people have actually come back to me saying that, I run on a treadmill at so and so pace, but I'm not able to run here. Like botanical aate the, like some people from cult and all. So they used to tell this, and then it I have heard this from many people. So I think if you need that realistic experience as well as to how much your body can take, you need to get out there and run, even if it rains.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was gonna ask you whether you had ever cut short or changed your route. Like we were talking about route, changing your route if needed, right? Because of the weather. What did
Huh.
you learn from that experience if that had happened?
Um, so yes, I feel has happened quite a few times, and it is sort of a necessity also. Like if you go on, keep pushing yourself, get yourself injured, that's not something which is required. And at the same time, you assess things, right? Where you will be like, आज के टाइम पे यू हैव टू गो टू स्लीप लुकिंग एट द वेदर report what is going to happen tomorrow and then figure out the day across, right? So I there have been certain situations I'll be like, let's just do strength training today and not go out and do a run. There have been times when it has just gotten way too crazy, the run, the rains, and be like, it's okay. I don't think continuing in this weather is a fair idea. Uh,
Yeah.
Again, you are just extending your lifespan for running. I want to keep running for a very long time, and as VG truly mentioned, कोई मेडल तो नहीं मिल रहा है एंड कोई आके शाबाशी खुद को ही दे रहे हो स्ट्रावा पे कूडोज लेके क्या ही करोगे अगर कल जाके पैर मुड़ गया. So don't do that stupidity. Always make sure that you keep yourself first. Everything else comes second. Yeah, rains again. Just enjoy, have that experience, and then move on.
Yeah, I mean, those are some excellent insights from both of you. I mean, listening to your body and adapting to conditions is often smarter than sticking rigidly to a plan, training plan, basically. That's what we understand. Let's move from monsoon slightly. Now, let's talk about moving from a 10 kilometers run to a 10 miles run. So, Vivek, many runners are preparing for their next milestone. What are the biggest mistakes runners make while increasing their distance?
No, I think it is just has to be done in a structured way, is what I have learned.
Hmm.
Nothing against unstructured, but I can only talk about what I have gone through.
Right.
So I see people being very random with their training.
Mm.
They'll be running two runs a week or only 10-15 kilometers, and next week you will see they have 40-50 kilometers on Strava.
Mm.
So I personally feel that we have to train our body properly, go in a structured way. Recommended is 5 to 10% mileage increase, and
Yes.
so that your body can slowly get used to it. So
Yes.
that is what I have been taught, and that is what I try to follow. Sometimes I understand that you may miss a run or something, but that is my way of like do in a structured way. Take it, increase your mileage slowly, incorporate your strength training, take care of your nutrition. One thing that I've seen, not necessarily people going from 10 kilometers to 10 miles, but in general getting into running, that they get into running, get very excited about running, they start enjoying it, and
Yes.
run their heart out, and not doing enough recovery, not getting enough
Yeah.
sleep, not eating good food or enough food, and not doing strength training, and end up with injuries. And then people are very quick around you. We all know our families, right? How much they love
Yes.
running or not love running because of how much we are into running. So they
Yes.
blame it on running, that it is because of all the running. I told you this is going to happen, and
Yeah.
then quit running. So we don't want to lose runners like that.
Mm.
So running, if I keep telling anybody who comes new to the community and I see that being very passionate or running very hard, I
Yeah.
try to tell them take it slow. And if you're not doing strength training, you can as well quit also, because it is just a matter of time that you will have to quit if you
Correct.
don't do proper strength training. And recovery is something very, very important, right? You have to, we can see a difference in runners ourselves, that when we show up in the morning without a good night's sleep versus when we have a very good sleep with a good food on the previous day. So I think we have to take care of our nutrition, our strength training, and be consistent in how we increase mileage. And I think will anybody will with those things will do a good job.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I think 5 to 10% increase of your mileage is always good than jumping from a smaller distance. I mean, I've seen people who think that it's just another 5 to 10 also. It's just another five. It is not just another five. It's 5 kilometers. You still have to run. So from 10 to 16 as well, your body tends to go through a different kind of a trauma altogether because your body is not used to that. So you need to train your body for it. Like you mentioned, if there is no recovery, things will be very different when you run the next time. So I think people should understand that recovery is equally important and not just jump from one distance to another. Take it slow, and
Correct.
activity is what we are looking at, not just doing it today and just stopping tomorrow. So no injuries means strength training, recovery, good nutrition. I agree with you, like this.
And one more thing, because we are, I missed that 10 kilometers to 10 miles, or maybe a half marathon soon with the
Yes.
winter
Yes.
run. That a lot of people do 10 kilometer without any
Right.
fueling, right?
Correct.
Because maybe some water sips here and there, and which is fine for a 10 kilometer, unless you are really pacing very hard. You
Yeah.
actually don't. You can do without water or without fuel. But when it goes to 16 kilometers, 16.1 or even more, that is when you have to start looking at your fuel, right? Because body needs 30 to 60 grams of carbs in an hour.
Yes.
So a lot of people think I can do 10 kilometers, I should be able to do 16. And sometimes your body doesn't feel right you that you need to stop and hydrate yourself, but that doesn't mean you don't need it.
Correct.
So and one rule of fueling in running is that you do it before you actually need it, because by the time if you need it, then it is too late, because you cannot consume and expect that it will show results immediately. So
Yeah.
you have to do it when you actually don't need it, just in time, right time, so that you can push harder little later in the run. So that is something that I would want people who have done only 10 and now switching to 16 is to look at. fueling of how they'll be doing it.
Understood. Yeah. Scaling is very, very important. So, Manish, how did your approach, I mean, increasing your mileage, what are the challenges that you faced?
Sure. So I'll tell you when VG was right now talking, I felt he was talking about me. When people who enthusiastically come into running and get going and like, "Arey, ye kya hai ye?" So coming from a place where I used to play football and I am someone who is like a madman across the field, I will just keep running across the whole 90-meter bit, right? So when I came to running, I just started running, right? And I felt independently it is a sport which can be done. Uh, but I had certain signs of ITB very initially.
Wow.
And that is when I spoke to him and I went to physio is like just take a step back. Strength training needs to go hand in hand, right? So
Yeah.
for anyone starting, anyone going about it, I feel strength training and your running needs to go hand in hand. And one more thing is, again, we are talking about 10 kilometers to 10 miles, but even for people starting with 2 kilometers or 3 kilometers, idea is uh, don't go, okay, that is my school of thought, but don't go with regards to what your Garmin says or your Apple Watch says. Listen to your body, right? Understand where how you should go about it. If there is a certain place where your body says no, stop it and then keep figuring it out, right? It's a long road. Like this is one sport, even at the age of 65 you can do a 42-kilometer, right?
Okay.
But it is not like other sports where you need to be in that competitive space always. So idea is always listen to your body. Don't push when it is not needed. There are certain signs where it says thakan and dukkana are two different things, right? So that's
Yes.
something which you should figure out. I haven't for me, if you have to ask me, it is always about taking one step at a time, and that's something which has helped me with regards to listening to your body, nourishing yourself, and at the same time making sure you do a lot of strength training. Right? If you don't do it, it is gonna come bite you at a very bad stage. Maybe you're doing like a pro camp, you are at TMM finishing it and आपने proper training नहीं किया है and just kept running, it will just come bite you and it will put you the sadder part is you will be out of action for the next 4 months, right?
Yeah.
Which will hurt you and it is not only physical, then it will emotionally put you down. So don't get into that space. Always take one step at a time while you listen to all the markers which is there, the stats which is there and everything. The basics needs to be right? The basics is always listen. If there is pain, it is okay to step back, take 4 days, rest, recover, get your good night's sleep. Don't put yourself in a position that you are just not eating, sleeping right, and eat well because it is required, right? That is one sport which takes a lot of you. So yeah, that's me.
Yeah. Understood. So, progressing isn't about, sorry, Vivek, you were saying something?
For me also, like if I have to tell something that I have learned from my journey myself, is okay. All that marathon and ultra marathon is fine, but I lost 2 months to ITV last year, and those were the two most depressing months in my life. I would say,
It was around the stadium run last year, is it?
yeah, I couldn't do the stadium run.
Yes. Yes.
So that was not at all pleasant for me, and it is not worth it, right? We love it so much that we can actually get depressed and everything if we somebody like comes in between us and running. So we have to take care, and our mentor said that if running is your love, your wife, then strength training is your mother-in-law.
Yeah.
So there
Yeah.
is no way, no matter how much you hate her, you can't avoid her. So you better make peace, peace
True,
with.
I agree. So, guys, progress isn't about running harder every day. It's about running smarter, training smarter, and recovering well. I mean,
Yeah.
that's what we understand. We'll quickly go through a few things, one about gear and one about nutrition. So, if a runner could only buy three things this monsoon, what would they be? What is it that you suggest? Go with both of you. You can take your
For
time.
me, I think a cap, good
Uh,
shoes with grip, and maybe a plastic pouch for our cell phone because we love taking content when we are away.
oh,
When
yes. What about you, Manish?
Yeah. I think if I am looking mobile pouch, so it's a bare minimum at this point of time because we don't step out without it.
Yeah,
You shouldn't step out without it,
yeah,
especially when you're doing long runs.
true.
Second, cap, yes, because and yeah, invest in a good gear, uh, especially clothes, because that is still better than your shoes. Shoes always keep something which has like a mesh, and if you can't invest in a shoe which has a lot of grip and this and that, right?
Yeah,
Choose a surface which is not slippery, which will not get you in trouble. So yeah.
yeah,
true. Along with this, I think I would add probably Vaseline
yeah,
for
yeah, very
sweating.
important, very important. We know from our experience.
Yes. So we already covered the waterproof shoes. About waterproof shoes, Vivek had mentioned earlier that
Yeah,
with waterproof shoes we do have some cons as well.
yeah. Yes,
So
yes.
when we go with those, I don't know how you guys are managing, but that's something that you should be mindful that if water goes in, they can't come out. So it's better to have shoes that have good ventilation, where if water goes in, they would come
Can
out
drain out. Yeah.
during, yeah, especially during monsoons. Um, so, apart from this, we will come to hydration and nutrition as well. One part we covered was hydration. Definitely, you need to be hydrated whether you are running in rain, doesn't matter. Your body is losing more water, and we wouldn't even feel it, and we'll only feel the after effects of it. So, we'll also come to electrolytes. So, hydration is also not just water but electrolytes, right? How much do you think, or how do they use electrolytes and water during these runs, Vivek?
So anything whenever I'm running more than an hour, right, or like a half marathon or something, I always carry a gel with me because I understand very well ki I can feel it in my body, right? I need that energy, and I never wait. I try not to wait until I feel totally drained and I'm not able to push myself. So my general rule is after 1 hour, like for a longer run, every 45 minutes, around 6 7 kilometers, I take a gel.
Hmm.
So that works for me. And when I use gel, I use water. And then every 15 20 minutes, I drink electrolyte, any drink, whatever I'm carrying. Or
Okay.
if there is a run, then I stop at a sag station. I don't miss sag stations,
Yeah.
no matter what. But anyway, I'm in a place where I don't try to push myself and go after pace. I want
Nice.
to enjoy and continue running. So I don't miss sag stations. I enjoy. We have such wonderful people trying to take care of us. Say hi
Yeah.
to them, compliment them, have a small piece of banana, water or electrolyte, and then continue.
Yeah. So this is during the run. Now, what we spoke about was during the run. What about after the run, especially during monsoons? We've hydrated ourselves per se, but what
Mhm.
do we need to take care of post run with respect to nutrition or hydration?
Yeah, we have like within half an hour, 1 hour, we have to have a healthy breakfast with carbs and proteins is what I would say. And again, drink good amount of water during the run. We always try to take few sips, right? We don't want to overhydrate.
Yeah.
But after the run is over, we should do when we are doing our own runs. We always have coconut water. It is available everywhere. So we always end our run with the coconut water and then come home. And as soon as we reach home, within half an hour, I have a nice meal or a salad or something, and
Yeah.
trying to make sure that I'm getting enough carbs and protein
Yeah.
in my
So
meal.
these basically are the tips that we should be having, even whether it is raining or not raining. Post run, this is very important.
Absolutely, absolutely. One is if you are wet, first thing is to become dry, right?
Yeah.
Clothing wise, and then yeah, have your meal, and yeah,
Yeah.
it's very important.
Manish, I would like to add anything else in with
Um,
respect to nutrition or
I
hydration?
think more on the lines of all the Garka nuskas which we do, right, to
Mm.
keep our immunity high,
Yeah.
uh, is something which we need to take care of. And especially, I know it might sound a little not right, but you need to be aware of what kind of water you're drinking to on the outside. Always carry water with you because you don't know where the water is coming from. So that needs to be very careful. And if we are at home, I feel you should always look for getting your immunity up. A lot of things which we do otherwise also, right? Because uh, if you go for a long run, you need to imagine 2 hours in the rain automatically being there. Some or the other way, you will catch up cold, right? So,
Yes.
idea is to prepare yourself for that. Maybe something on the lines like a Chavanprash or other alternates. You are the best person to go out and tell us what that will be. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, noted. So basically, we've covered nutrition, your recovery, your injuries. I mean, how do we deal with them, or how to avoid them? Basically, how to take care of yourself when you're running in the rain, and how to change your training plans. One last thing I'd like to ask both of you here. One probably one of you can answer first. If you could leave every runner with just one piece of advice for this monsoon season, especially for those who are preparing to move from the 10 kilometers to 10-mile race, what would it be? Just one piece of advice.
Come prepared, expect rain. We'll be as organizer very disappointed if it doesn't rain. It will be uncomfortable even for us from an organizing perspective, but we are prepared to have that uncomfortable experience. But we want to make it fun, and but again, as we said, that reset your expectations. If it is raining, hitting a PB may not be may be difficult, but fun will be guaranteed. So try to come with that mindset and you will have a great time.
Yes. Manish, what would your advice be?
So, overall, when you are running during monsoon, just enjoy the season and just take care of whatever you're doing across, right? Because your chances of getting injured is quite high. Uh, be aware of the kind of surfaces you're running and all of that, the gears you're using. With regards to the monsoon run, I feel uh, again, like Vivek said, the motto is to enjoy. Uh, Personal best, I'll tell you very honestly, personal experience. Whenever I have tried to go out and look for a number, right? Like go for a sub 60, sub 30 and all of that. कभी नहीं हुआ है life में. And I have just put on my earphones and just enjoyed running. And it has come at very unprecedented times,
Yes.
right? So you will not know. Idea is once your body starts enjoying, you don't even know how your feet will start moving. So monsoon, enjoy the run. Be very careful of people in and around you. Also take care of yourself. Always make sure because we are very close to the run also, keep your immunity high. It will be very upsetting if you fall sick 2 days before the run. वेरी ऑनेस्टली इट इज लाइक बच्चे को पिकनिक जाना है सब तैयारी कर लिया है एंड यू आर नॉट एबल टू गो फॉर इट don't get into that position. Always make sure keep your immunity high for us. We would love for you all to come enjoy that whole experience. And yeah, have fun. Firstly, have fun. Keep your Stravas aside. I know Vivek is gonna go out and blast at me for it. Keep your Stravas aside. Keep your numbers aside. Just come in, take your friend along, take your mother along, and just have fun while running and enjoy the beauty of the Hyderabad runner community.
Thank you so much. I mean, that's a wonderful message by both of you. I think just go out there and enjoy, guys. We just have 2 more weeks for the run. I think you'll be taken care of well, and you just need to come there and enjoy your run. So,
Yes.
thank you so much, Vivek and Manish, for sharing your experiences, practical tips, and valuable insights with us today. To everyone who joined us, thank you for spending your afternoon with us. We hope today's discussion has given you the confidence to embrace monsoon running safely and enjoy your training journey. Remember, every great runner starts with one step, and every successful race is built on consistent, smart training, not just speed. On behalf of the Hyderabad City Slam team, thank you once again for joining us. Stay safe, stay consistent, and happy running. Have a wonderful evening, everyone. Thank you.
Thank
Bye
you.
bye.
Bye.